Hello everyone, my name is Roya and today I will be telling you about what I plan to read for the Royalty Readathon. So this readathon is hosted by Kati from the blog called To Be Read, which I will leave a link to down below. And as per usual, I will be one of the Twitter host people, so I will be hosting some reading sprints on the Twitter, so I will leave the link to the Readathon Twitter down below, so you can come and say hi and get some reading done. So anyway, obviously the entire point of this readathon is to read books that have to do with royal things, because who doesn't love a good, political intrigue or runaway princess or whatever story. So anyway, so we do have a group book this year, and this was actually per my suggestion because I have this book and I've been wanting to read it and it sounds super, super good, and I'm so glad that we picked this book, that everyone else was pretty much on board with it. They were like, yeah, that sounds like a good book. So that is The 100th Queen by Emily R. King. And yeah, I'm really excited to read this. So if you want to read this along with us, you can totally do so. And if you've read it, definitely feel free to chime in with your thoughts as well. The first reading challenge that I will be talking to you guys about is the challenge of reading a book with a royal title in the title. And basically, I actually try to challenge myself to have as many books on my TBR for this readathon as possible have a royal title in the title anyway. So even though our group book of The 100th Queen already has a royal title in the title, I don't really care because a lot of books do, and I try to just read more books that do during this readathon for some reason. But the one that I'm going to use for this challenge, because this does overlap with the one readathon to rule them all, which is also going on at about the same time, because that one's 2 weeks and this one's 1 week. And I'm already reading this book for that one as well, so I'm just going to also read it for this one, and that is 12 Kings in Sharkhai. And I don't know what this book is about, but I've been really wanting to read it lately, so hooray. And finally, the last book that I plan to read is going to meet two challenges technically, because one challenge is to read a book with a crown on the title, and this doesn't actually have a crown on the title, but it has the word crown in the title, so whatever. And then the other challenge that it kind of completes is the challenge of an evil queen, and this does not have an evil queen, but it does have an evil king, so I call that close enough. And that is The Singer's Crown, and I am so excited to read this. I had never heard of it, and I found it at Powell's, and I was like, I gotta read this. And I'm actually going to be reading this on the way to Y'all West and everything, so there's a chance that I may have already read it by now. There's one additional challenge of reading a contemporary with royal characters, and I am not going to complete this challenge because I rarely read contemporaries. I only read the contemporaries that specifically stand out to me as like really interesting and whatnot. So I do not have any books in mind for this challenge, so I probably won't end up doing it. But if you do have any recommendations for a contemporary book with royal characters, please let me know down in the comments, because I know of very few books that have that, and it sounds really like an interesting premise. But these are the 3 books that I plan to read during that week. So if you are also participating in the Royalty Readathon, please let me know down in the comments what you plan to read, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!